Welcome to Extra Time. Sometimes 5 minutes, Macca, sometimes 10 minutes. We're just answering the questions.
Okay.
Welcome to Bristol, Connecticut.
He won't trust you
Lovely
anymore.
to be here.
He doesn't mean that, does he?
That was insincere, wasn't it? Insincere.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would he be sincere? You know, he's asked you a question before we come on here. Now you.
Well, he was asking it as we open the mics
So
up.
why did you need to tell anybody?
Well, because they'd have heard how long.
Well, I don't understand what he said there. That was worse than me at my most Scottish.
How do you feel about the way Neymar acts up every time I've fouled?
I'd love to kick him right up the backside. So annoying. Imagine having all that talent, right? And you seem to be more interested in getting a free kick than actually showing what you're made of.
Sometimes you think that he likes the stat of being the most fouled person.
Yeah.
That's what I feel sometimes. Because there is times when it's actually quite selfish what he does, because if he is one-on-one or they drag another defender over and it becomes 2-on-1, there's an advantage somewhere else on the pitch, so he needs to move the ball a little bit more quickly. Yet he initiates the contact himself to go down, and I get incredibly frustrated watching, particularly in a Brazil shirt. I don't know what he's been like at PSG, probably less so, but he's such a star of the team and a star of the show that it seems to be all about him when he puts on that yellow shirt.
You kick him, Robbo, back in the day.
Oh, God, you'd love to kick him, wouldn't you? And while he's down, kick him again. I mean, it's so frustrating when he rolls over and screams and yelps. And he is such a talent, but he doesn't use the talent in the right areas at the moment. I mean, he's doing things on the halfway line just to try and embarrass a defender and try and win a free kick when he should be just passing it off, getting himself into a forward area, then 1v1 in and around the box, go and score his goal, go and create a goal. That's what he needs to be doing in this World Cup.
To Marcus' point, I played with a couple of guys who, if he was on their team, they would have kicked him.
I was going to say,
They would have kicked him. They would have had him by the scruff of the neck saying, hey, this is not about you, this is about us.
But they pander to him, don't they? The press pander to him, the manager pander, the players pander to him.
The problem is when he's having a poor game like he was today, and there's better players in his team that he should be utilising more. Coutinho and Willian today, he doesn't do it. It's all about him, and that is a big problem for them going forward.
A lot of you guys were suggesting that only the usual teams will be in the latter stages of the World Cup. Have these results changed your expectations in any way?
Well, I don't know what teams the lads have chosen, so I don't know. But do you think Mexico will get to the final stages? What will the final stages be? The last 8?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm trying to think of any other teams. I still think the bigger sides will get.
Who have you got winning it all, man?
I haven't. I just thought one of the European teams would win it. When I looked at Brazil and Argentina, I didn't fancy them because they rely on Neymar and Messi so much. So I fancied, one of the European teams in the latter stages, the likes of France or Spain.
I like Germany.
No.
Definitely not after today.
Too old, too slow.
That's what it says on Robbo's business card.
Too old and too slow.
Doesn't mention bold, does it?
There we go. That's not nice.
Don't lot with the top.
Yeah.
I'm always nice to you.
Yeah, nobody's ever had a go at you for being bold before, right?
Who do I expect to win the World Cup? No. What was the question?
We've already had that question.
What was the question then?
Are there any
And surprises. That's it, surprises. It took so long. Are there any surprises?
That's a question there on the screen, look.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're not blind as well, are you?
No, I don't think so. Mexico had a good day. So they've got to do it 3 times. They've got to also do it in the quarterfinals on this last
Other than that, he's all right.
No, I can't see any surprises.
Is anyone going to over-deliver?
Hey?
I mean, who've done well? Switzerland got a good result, didn't they? Serbia, I think we expected. I mean, do we think Iran, after their victory, will go as far as the last 8? I don't think we will.
You had them
I mean, it'll be great to see.
Yeah, I had it around for the semi-finals. Yeah, they were going to murder every team in their group and then carry on from there.
I don't think anybody's going to.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's going to over-deliver.
Thoughts on VAR so far?
It's been okay, hasn't it? I think when it's been called into action, it's been fine.
They should have looked at
the Brazil goal.
I think they got most of the other decisions right. They wasted a bit of time at the end of the Serbia game looking at what Matic had done with the coach on the side of the field. They held that up. And then there was the stray arm from the sub.
What?
They waited.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
they actually went
to VAR
to
see whether it was going to be a sending off or not for what Matic had done. And then the sub came on and he waved an arm as he was racing for a ball, and they held the play up for another minute on that. So they were the two things where they didn't really need to use it at all.
Michael, I get the feeling in England that people aren't particularly on board with VAR. Is that a general statement?
Yes, I think so.
Well, why is that? Why do they want it to go wrong?
Only because of what they've witnessed this year and some of the in some of the FA Cup games, particularly I think it was Huddersfield against Manchester United. It did not work at all well, and I think that's the only reason. If we had it for 10 games and it was perfect in the 10 games, we'd all be on board. And I think people are on board generally getting the right decision at the end of the game. But in some of the games, it has not worked, and it has not worked well.
Steve, you reckon Firmino needs to start in place of Jesus?
To be honest, before today's game, right, you couldn't really get it wrong because both are great players.
Yes. Right.
Obviously, I've got a little bias towards Firmino, and I think the way that Jesus played today, getting substituted for Firmino, I would start Firmino.
When Firmino plays for Liverpool, he's got two players that run beyond him, so he can come short and set play up. And has he got that for Brazil? Neymar wants to come and get on the ball and try and make things happen. Willian's going to play out wide on the right. Has he got players that are going to run beyond Firmino if he plays in that role?
I don't. Again, I don't think there's a wrong answer. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
You're always going to need somebody.
A better player with the ball, and his technique is better than Jesus is at the minute.
I really don't think there's a wrong answer. I mean, does he have the pace that Jesus has? No, but he brings people into the game more than Jesus. And regardless of whether they're running behind him or looking for it in front of them, he can deliver that, which is what he does for Liverpool.
Yeah.
He's got some goals, but it's not really.
And he's also better in the air than Jesus.
I think he brings people into the game. He holds the ball up, and you could see today they were quite narrow, weren't they, Brazil? Of course, you've got Marcelo and whoever plays bombing forward that way, but Coutinho, Willian, Neymar all like to come infield, and I think when they do pass it to the centre forward, I think Firmino's a better option than Jesus.
Yeah.
That's it. You support England, don't you? Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't.
I don't care whether they win or lose.
Tournaments.
What?
I don't support anybody else.
Why is that?
I just watch the games.
Wait, you don't care whether England win or lose?
No. Never have done.
How unpatriotic are you?
I know.
I'll be singing the national anthem. I won't be
yeah.
watching watching England
actually, he's
desperately to win.
Who's that?
Craig.
Yeah, but Craig's weird. Robbo's kind of normal. You would suggest.
I'm not going to argue Craig's weird.
You're going to argue that I'm normal?
I'm not sure he's normal though.
So that is. Oh, that's not nice, is it at all? You've called me bald. What else have you called me?
No, he said
I'm not normal now.
He said you were slow, old, bald, and blind. But other than that,
You said I was blind. And bald.
well, you were looking at a screen like that.
Steve, why do you hate England? for people who maybe don't know that, why do you hate England? Why do you want them to fail?
I've got a million reasons. How many do you want?
Just one for the
Well,
audience.
I just want them to lose.
You just want them to lose.
Bannockburn. How about that one? I don't hold grudges, but Bannockburn.
What year was
end.
that, Steve?
That was the end for me.
What year?
I've no idea. 1600 and something.
1600. 500-year grudge.
I don't carry grudges, but Bannockburn. That's
The old enemy, eh?
Just soulless. What about other sports?
Oh, I like England rugby. Yeah,
Right.
I support England in the rugby, which they haven't done very well at recently. 5 losses on the trot. I support them in that.
But just not football.
It's not football.
Wow.
They got beat by Scotland recently as well.
No, they didn't, did they?
That is it. We are done. We'll be talking about England, of course, on the next edition of the show. They open their account against Tunisia, Belgium, meanwhile, against...
Come on, Tunisia!
Sweden, South Korea as well.